Welcome to the Canadian Tank Museum and the Steel Aces Tank Arena. You are going to see, feel, hear, and experience things that you can't in any other museum across this country. Hope you enjoy the show. So here we have the Iraqi forces milling about. They have no expectation that any Western forces would be anywhere near their sector. So you can see they're quite relaxed. They haven't even set up sentries or an observation post, because beyond this delta is just the great desert of Iraq, and that's where we begin. You can see that the drivers of the vehicles, they're not even in their vehicles. They're static, turned off, checking the fuel, sharing stories. These Iraqi forces were incredibly lowly paid, and some of them were actually owed over months of pay. They had very little will to fight, and they had no idea what was about to come their way. Here, out of the desert, the Iraqis don't see it yet. Here comes the pointy edge. Here's the reconnaissance vehicle of the British forces, the Defender Land Rover. The recce crew has spotted the position. You can see that they've slowed down there and they're creeping behind the hill. Super light recce out front. Here comes the Ferret scout car. Scout car also far distance away. He puts himself up on a hill in an overwatch position. Still not detected by the Iraqi forces. Iraqi forces wake up right away. Defenders spraying their position to the confused infantry. Armored forces, they run to their vehicles. The Ferret is now providing cover fire so that the Land Rover can get away. Iraqi forces now fully engaged. The British recce element will retire back to their main force. But now the Iraqis' position, numbers, and vehicles are known to the main body of the British force advancing. So we had the British light recce. They are reported back. They made it safely back to their lines. Iraqi forces very confused. But then the second line, the heavier armored recce, here we have the CBRT Scorpions coming up. They know that there is a T-54 there. T-54 is tracking one of the CBRTs. Very dangerous. Oh, and one of the CBRTs is taken out by the T-54. The other two CBRTs keeping their distance. Too dangerous to approach that main battle tank. Just keeping the enemy suppressed. So the armored recce force here just trying to keep the Iraqis busy. I wonder what they have planned, how they're going to move forward and take this position. Again, the CBRTs are not going to move up. Most of their shots are just bouncing off of that T-54. They were waiting for their striker element. Here they come, the CBRT strikers. With their anti-tank missiles, they can take out any main battle tank at a great distance, kilometers away. So while the recce element is now keeping those Iraqi forces pinned inside their armored vehicles, the striker element is to begin bombarding both of those armored vehicles. And here's the trap. British forces keeping the Iraqis pinned down while their allies, the Americans, are sneaking around the flank of the position. You can see that M60 tank has just crested over the ridge, and the M113 providing a massive amount of fire from that ridge right into the flank of the Iraqi forces. The M60 can easily take out that T-54 from the side. Striker missiles coming down into the position. M60 firing in the position. The tactic is find them, fix them, and flank them. Iraqi forces definitely consolidating, trying to keep their heads down underneath all of this massive firepower. 113 is now deploying its infantry. Now that the Iraqi infantry are completely pinned, the CVRTs, T-54 taken out, can now advance, which is now the rear of the Iraqi position. The pincer is closing. Iraqi forces getting low on ammunition and morale just fading away in the heat of the desert sun. And there we go, the first Iraqi forces start to throw their hands up and throw down their weapons as the British forces are right on top of them. Infantry are mopping up, and there they go. The Iraqis have given up the position, and the Allies take the field. Let's hear it for our reenactors, vehicle crews, veterans. What a show! Now that is bringing military history to life.